I.S.U.P.K.
God, the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 7. To open the blind eye.
To do what?
To open the blind eye.
Brother, we come out here to wake up we come out here to open the blind eyes, man. You know what it means? The blind eyes can't see that they're always asking you to get over the things that are destroying you. But you know what? If you do that, you'll only make them happy. You will never be happy. We will never be happy. Because guess what? This place was not designed for you to be happy, huh?
That's right.
This place was not a place where we're all supposed to sing hand and join with little Sydney and little Bobby. That was never supposed to happen, man.
That's right.
And it has not happened. On the surface, it looked like, yeah, we're all together. But when you go home and you really think about it, guess what? Our communities does not look like their communities. You understand?
Right.
Your grocery stores does not look like their grocery stores. Our schools does not look like their schools. Why? Because they brought us here to be the permanent underclass here in America, man. But they want you to remember 9/11. How about you remember what they've done to us? How about you remember what they've done to our forefathers, man?
Right.
We came here to open up the blind eyes, right? Read on.
Oh, God. To bring out the prisoners from the prison.
To bring out who?
The prisoners from the prison.
To bring out who?
The prisoners from the prison.
What is Christmas?
The prisoners from the prison.
What is Thanksgiving?
The prisoners from the prison.
What is the 4th of July?
The prisoners from the prison.
What is Christianity?
The prisoners from the prison.
We are the prisoners of these things in America, man, and guess what? Those prisons are prisons to us, man.
That's right.
We are the prisoners that were here in America, and guess what? We still operate in a prison system. But they'll ask us to always remember 9/11. They say the towers falling was a terrible thing, correct?
Right.
That was a thing that we'll never forget. That is something that we teach our children year in and year out, right? That is something that's terrible. But nobody ever talks about what was done to the black people here in America in slavery. We're asked to forget about slavery, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
You're right. We're asked to say, you know what, when are you guys going to forget about it? Nobody ever says, when are you going to forget about Abraham Lincoln? Nobody ever says, when are you going to forget about JFK? We're always asked to join with America when the things that have destroyed our families, we're asked to accept and just go along with it. According to the Bible, that is something that we're never supposed to do. We're always supposed to remember the things that happened before time, as it is written. And you know why? You know why you're not, if you know why you're never supposed to get? Because you forget the things that you went through, you'll forget the things that made you. And the cycle will continue over and over and over and over again.
Right.
That's America, man.
Right.
If you forget where you came from, you'll never know where you're going. That's the truth about it, man. We're supposed to wake up our people and get them out of the prisons that we call here in America. You understand? Read on.
Oh, God. And them that sit in darkness out of the prison house.
And them that sit where?
In darkness out of the prison house.
No, a nice mansion, if I may.
Sit in darkness out of the prison house.
What about equal income housing?
Sit in darkness out of the prison house.
We sit in darkness, you understand? And not because we don't have lights in our home. We're sitting in darkness because we don't have any understanding about the lives that we live from day in and day out. How many of us really understand politics? How many of us really understand the three branches of government? How many of us really understand what slavery done to our people? How many of us really understand what Christianity done to you? We're asked to remember 9/11, if I may. You remember that, sis? We are asked all the time to remember 9/11. And while it was a tragedy and 3,000 people died, as a black man here in America, I'm asked to forget about slavery. I am asked to forget about the 99 million that died in the Atlantic, and just on the voyage alone coming here to America. That's right. Let alone the 76 million natives that was in South America. They don't, you know, they hunted so many. The native people here in America, do they even exist anymore? We are on the bones of the native Indians today. Right. And we're asked to forget about them, but no, and everybody wants you to remember 9/11. I'm asking you to never forget the things that were done to your forefathers, man. Right. Never. You will never know where you're going until you remember where you came from. Right. And we come from some terrible places. And we're always asked to get over it. Oh, you guys can do better. All you got to do is quit doing what you're doing. All you got to do is stop selling drugs. While those things are true, those things are very true. But nobody asks us, where the hell the goddamn drugs come from? Right. Who create the drugs? Right. Who pushed these things in our neighborhoods? Right. Why are the cops always patrolling our neighborhoods? Right. Why? Because they know that we are destroyed here in this empire. And they know if they come and attack us, they'll always be able to feed off us. Well, always, because we're doing what?
In the darkness of the prison house.
We are in the darkness of the prison house. And it hurts sometimes. Right. Sometimes we have to swallow the pain and the agony and defeat and all the things that we think day in and day out that we have to wrestle with just to survive here in this empire. And you know where those things come from? Nobody walks up to you and say, you know what, man? My bad. Right. There are no innocent so-called oppressors walking around here. No, none of them. And none of them feel what we feel day in and day out. None of them actually see what we see day in and day out. But you know what they do see? They'll see you when you say, remember 9/11, man. That's right. America has tons of horror stories. But guess what? Our lives as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is a horror story here in this empire, man. Right. While Martin Luther King says we should be living the dream, the truth is the dream for us here in America is a nightmare, man. Right. We done what Martin Luther King said, and guess what we got? Not a damn thing for it, man. Right. Not a damn thing. That's it. Everybody says remember 9/11, remember slavery. Remember the people who actually fought and built America, man. Remember that. Remember the Native Indians that were killed here in America. Remember that. Nah, they don't want to remember that because they are able to escape. They're able to get away from all the crimes and atrocities here in America. And you know what? Nobody says, you know what, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it happened to you. But, nah, they won't say that. They'll say, well, keep your mouth closed. Maybe you should work harder. How many children do you have? Do you have a job? And those are the things that we hear, bunker, y'all. Right. Those are the things that we have to face day in and day out. I'm asking my people to wake up and come out of the prison here in America, man. Right. And the prison that we're in is mental. Our last names sounds like Smith, Jackson. Who else? Johnson. Who else? Wentz. Who else? Rodriguez, Torvotos, Torres. These are all slaves' names, man. Right. We come from a royal lineage, man. And our names go something like Bonka-Yaw. You understand? Right. We have royal names. Gen.YAHANNA. Right. Gapariaf. Nayathat. These are names that were given to us and handed down by our forefathers. Where the hell does Jerome come from? Right. Huh? You want to be called something righteous, or you want your name to be Willie? Good night. We are a royal people. The problem is here in America, we're asked to remember all the things that are great to the oppressor and forget everything that made us great. That's right. While we're sent off every single day to remember 9/11. What is the 4th of July? The 4th of July commemorates the separation from who? The British are coming. We're asked to celebrate their independence. America, you has never given us our independence. Never, never, never. And then you have the nerves to talk trash when I talk the truth, man. That show the pride of these devils here in America.
That's right.
That's all it is. It's all pride. And it's all a game. That's all it is. And that's why the Most High said, man, this is a prison. You understand? Read that again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 7. To open the blind eyes.
To do what?
To open the blind eyes.
Brother, we come out here to open up the blind eyes. You understand? And we're doing it every single day. Every single day we're doing it. And what you don't believe is all these brothers that stand behind me, and we are united through the Most High in Christ.
That's right.
That's it. We want to be obedient to what's actually in the Bible. And I can't believe people have an issue with it. And what it really boils down to is nobody wants to swallow their own sugar honey iced tea, if I may.
That's right.
Hey, man, you know what, man? We come out with nothing but the Bible. And the problem is I don't think you want to hear the truth. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with gay rights, man. You have your gay rights. Do your thing. The problem, you know what the problem is? Why everybody have gay rights? I should be able to have my rights to have straight rights as well, right, man? You raise your son the way you raise your son, whether gay or straight, right? Either way, it's your choice. It's your choice to make, right? Now, me and you are not of the same nation, but you understand what that is. You should be able to raise your child as a straight child or whatever the hell you want to do. But you can't stop me from saying how I want to raise my child if I'm not correct, right?
That's right.
And everybody understands that. You should be able to raise your child the way you want to raise your child. But don't stop me from saying what's actually in the Bible, what God says, man. This is what the Most High said. Don't stop me from doing that. I suggest you move along. That's the truth, right, Bunker, y'all?
Right.
Since everybody got freedom, this is a place of liberty, home of the free and the brave. Huh? Well, shouldn't I be able to do what the God of this Bible says?
That's right.
And raise my son to be a son? That's the real life. That's what everybody seems to want here in America. Everybody wants the goddamn truth, right? But don't nobody want to live it. Everybody wants to hear it and feel it, but don't nobody really want to live it. America says, give me your sick, your maimed, your wounded, your broken, and we'll make you whole. Nah, man, they don't do that. You give them your sick, your maimed, your wounded, and they'll end up in some kind of prison camp. They'll end up on the borders down there in New Mexico. Huh? That's the truth of America, and it is quiet.